As primary candidates gear up for their campaigns, the landscape of leadership nationwide is once again under the spotlight. We are happy to welcome back Ingrid Centurion, founder and president of Generations for America. Ingrid, it's great to have you back with us.
Thank you so much for having me here. Always love to be on the show.
Oh, well, so when we think about this time of year, you know, the campaigns and people who we want to represent us, to represent the people, leadership is so incredibly important. What factors of leadership do you think are most important that we need today in today's climate?
Well, today we really need a younger generation and current people who run for office to be decisive. And that means they need to make decisions. They need to make decisions at the right time, and they should not go back on their decision making. I mean, go through a process and then back that decision that they've made. We see too many leaders going back on decisions, and that's not leadership. That's being indecisive, and we don't want leaders like that. You have to know when to make a decision.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, actions speak louder than words, right? So, and I think that's very important too. And it's hard because candidates, they know what to say. They know the right things to say, but how do we determine if they're going to follow through with what they say?
Well, I also talked about that on leadership is actions speak louder than words, because some people sound really good, right? They say all these things and then they get into office and they don't back their word. And then that leads into integrity. We really need to have people in business, people in political offices, school board, who are really going to, when they say something, they actually take action on it. Because they just tell you what you want to hear, and then there's no action.
And I feel like they really need to showcase this, you know, during the campaign process in order to be elected. How would a candidate go about showing these traits?
Well, their past performance shows. What have you done in the community? What have you done for education? It really goes back to that. People, all of a sudden, you've never heard of them before, and then they say they're running for office. So you have to look at their background in national security, their background in education. Past performance is an indicator of future performance.
And now Generations for America works a lot. I mean, you guys run the gamut of things that you do. Can you remind us about Generations for America and what you guys do?
We formed Generations for America on July 4, 2 years ago, because we wanted to give back to the community. We want to educate our younger generation. We want to teach them how great our country is, America. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in God, country, and we want others to have that same pride in America. So when I did the penmanship camp last summer, we taught kids about the Constitution. So many of them don't have any type of civic education in school. So we spoke about the Constitution, we spoke about the Bill of Rights, third graders, fourth graders, fifth graders, even into high school, and some of them didn't even ever study the Constitution.
What prompted the creation of this?
The lack of education. So many people don't know anything about government at the local level, at the county level, at the national level. When you really look at voters, a lot of people aren't coming out to vote. They're disenfranchised, they don't believe in their leaders. And this is one of the reasons why I formed Generations for America, because I want to coach, mentor, and train people to get involved and to never give up. We see people run for office and they're so disenfranchised by the whole system and they never come back. And I know a lot of people out there who, I need you to come back. They were involved for a little bit and then they walk away. But you can never give up. You've got to fight for your family. You've got to fight for your children. You've got to fight for your home. People are working really hard and they're not making enough money to pay their bills, to pay their mortgage. And it's a sad situation. So that's why we formed Generations for America, to believe in our country, to believe in our neighbors, and that if you ask for help, there are people out there who will help you. And that's what we want to do at Generations for America.
And now you have some classes coming up as well, and the website is generationsforamerica.com is where our viewers can go and sign up for classes and learn more about all the wonderful things that you guys are doing.
Yes, exactly. So we're doing our parliamentary procedure, Robert's Rules of Order training. to learn how to run an effective meeting. We have our penmanship coming up this summer. We're going to probably do it in Camden, South Carolina, so we're traveling all over the place. Wonderful. We really want to make an impact in communities that need advanced education.
And you are absolutely doing just that. Ingrid, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We're back in 2 minutes.